Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do a video on Jussie Smollett. Now, I'm not going to do a video breaking down his whole case or going into all these things about him. I'm just going to go into what I think about him. So let's just call this a conversation about what's going on. So, Jussie Smollett comes from a famous family if you ask me. I've been watching them and his siblings on television since I was young. Now, when they were young, I had the biggest crush on the oldest. But then as they got a little older, when East Bayou came out, then my love for Journey began. And I'd like to watch her in many different shows. So Jesse was kind of on a back burner. I can't say I was really seeing him in anything until Empire. And then when he got into Empire, I'm like, oh, look at here. The minute I watched, I grew a new love for him and noticed how his acting skills were, a lot better. Now, a different conversation would be how I thought Empire was starting to fall apart, but that's a whole nother story. But anyway, in January of 2019, uh, Jesse would make a call and state that at 2 in the morning he decided to take him a trip to Subway. He just had to get him a sandwich in Chicago. And in his route to get that sandwich, he was accosted by two white men who happened to have a noose on them, just walking the streets, but it was believable at the time. I mean, we had so many things going on, and we were about to hit into a race tension that was ridiculous, and so Chicago was on fire. We had so many things going on. There's always the violence. There was just a lot going on. So then anyway, he makes his call, and there were weird things. Like when I saw the first picture in the video of him with the noose on his neck, I thought to myself, if I got away and had a noose on my neck, the first thing I'm doing is ripping that thing off. I'm ripping off. I don't care. You don't need to see it on me. I mean, there should be marks around my neck, one. And two, there's no way I keep that thing on my neck, and how I must have felt. So I wanted so bad to not believe him. I'm like, okay, let's just say he's not making this up. But then all the kind of things started coming out. Oh, well, he's trying to let the people at Empire know they weren't taking it serious, the threats he was getting, and he wanted to prove a point. It was all these things going on. I was like, this is weird. But Chicago was like, hell to the no, no, no. We ain't going. We're not going. We put out this man hour. We jumped up and was actually doing some work and all this other stuff. And so they were like, nah, we're not going. So if we fast forward to now, he was just sentenced to 150 days in Cook County Jail. Now, the one thing I know is it's a good thing he has that they requested for him to be in protective custody and left alone, because Cook County Jail is a beast. It's a beast so bad that some people go there, and while they're fighting their case, they'd rather plead guilty and go on to the penitentiary than sit in the county. The county houses every pocket of either people who can't afford to get out, the people forgot about, or the people who you want to get lost. It houses them. It's a nasty place. I mean, during the pandemic, there were inmates putting signs like, please, our lives matter too. They've had so many things with Mercer and just nastiness and dirtiness. But when you look up the pictures, it looks like the cleanest place on earth. But yeah, so I'm glad he does have that, because you don't want to be up in county, get famous off you. You know what I mean? This is this Crook County up in here. So not saying nobody else's jail. The jail is jail, but some county jails are worse than the penitentiary. So note that. But so he got sentenced, and he keeps throwing up all these things during this whole case. At one point, he was at a concert in the beginning saying he was the gay Tupac. I never really got quite what that meant. I do know that him and his siblings definitely stand on black empowerment and things of that nature. But to throw these two together, because in black empowerment, I don't see where you lying and getting away from some victim who this could really happen to, or taken away from a story, because I'm sure there were things going on at that time, but because you were a celebrity, it took a shine over. We had so many cases going on at that time. I mean, so many, and it's just like I didn't get that at all. So do I think he needs, I mean, here's the truth. He'll probably serve about 60 days in jail. you know, and he'll probably have it as sweet as you want. I mean, he has a guard with a camera on 24 hours, so nothing will happen to him from the guards. You don't have to worry about that. None of those guards want to catch that case anyway and have to be sued. Um, he's not with the inmates. He's not interacting with them in any form or fashion, so he'll be safe. So the most annoying part for him will probably be is that he's isolated from the world, you know, like most people in jail. But other than that, it's a candy walk for him. And did I ever think, oh, Chicago finna tear him down? No, no, no. If anything, they'd sue him for money, but I never thought like, oh, they're gonna get him and beat him. He did something to cause them to, you know, attack him. No, I don't. Like I said, so there's gonna be people that are up in arms and saying, oh my God, he shouldn't have to do any time. He should pay fines, and they're just making an example out of him and they're doing him wrong. And I'm so fearful for his life. He'll be okay. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. I mean, no one wants to see anyone they like in jail, good, bad, or indifferent, but he'll be okay. He'll be okay. But some of the things, like even when he had his outburst in court, I'm just like, wait a minute, are we still filming Empire? Because I'm wondering if he knows that there's no action like this. Like, this ain't a movie. You know what I mean? Uh, I don't know. That's the part that has me like, whoa. Like, it almost seems like he's still in character. Like, I don't think he realized this is not a show. This is not a game. This is not a test run. This is not a table read. This is like real life here, bruh. Bruh. So, yeah, so even, you know, my sister, lots of people I know, they were very disappointed by the verdict. And for me, with the verdict, I feel like, and this goes for all the celebrities, it's like, if you do something and it's something that can get me put in jail or anything else, and I mean, I feel like you should hold the same thing. If anything, you should be able to get a better lawyer to shorten your time. But other than that, it is what it is. I mean, you had mad police hours and people hunting down, and you had racial tensions up because people were really definitely saying like, hey, you definitely ain't coming up in this city with that, you know what I mean? And then doing it to a celebrity, if they'll do it to him, then that leaves our sons wide open, you know. And if they'll do it on that side of town where he's at, it's like, man, it's you know, no, I don't, you know. And then, like you said, it was two white guys. They had on "Make America Great" shirts, "Make America Great Again" shirts. They were screaming out all these racial slurs and homophobic slurs. Like, that would be a terrible thing, and that would be so scary. And not to say it's not happening, because it is. It is. We actually had cases going on at that time that we know it's real. We know it's real. People in their own home, people just taking a run, a jog, people outside, you know what I mean? We know it's real. And so that's why you didn't want to turn away or against him. But then when it came out, and the two brothers, and you knew them, and they were black, they weren't even white, and it was so much. It was just like, now I can't believe any of the story, any of it. So, I mean, the first thing I think you should do is, whatever the truth is, stand on that. And maybe you'll do it when you get out, maybe you'll never do it. And maybe you'll stick to forever that it really went the way you said it did, or you were whatever. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to judge that or anything. I'm just here to say, man, whoever would have thought? Like, you know what I mean? Whoever would have thought? You know, that's why sometimes we look at celebrities and we'll say to ourselves, like, oh my God, they must be doing so great. I see them on TV. I love them so much. I've watched them since I was young, da 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 da. And they're fighting their own demons. They're fighting their own things. So this was just my little video and my little recap on Jussie Smollett and this whole situation to me. So I thought I'd be nice and not make jokes. And I thought, you know, because some people will take that as I'm trying to offend, but I'm not. It's just how I work. I mean, sometimes I make jokes out of things that are most serious to me and just look at them from a different light. But I also wanted to say, like, I got mad respect for the family, and my prayers out to his whole family. And seems like a few of his siblings are definitely in the fight for him. And, you know, that is done. And I hope that, you know, this may bring something even more positive out. And like I said, they do stand for empowerment of black people, and they do stand on the right. So maybe this will put it further in the forefront for him. I don't know. But there's something that he's going to get out of it. But what I got out of it is, don't lie. just don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie. You know, he would have been better to just search the internet and find stories of those things going on and then just bring those to the forefront. I would have took that better. And then he'd be free now. So, I know Crook County gonna take care of you. You'll be all right. You'll make it. But like I said, Cook County ain't no place I want to be. I do Stateville first. I do any of them, you know. They don't even have to take women in that prison. I do those first. But Cook County, oh no. No. It's no way. It's no way. They have to keep you isolated to protect you. Like, and it doesn't mean like people are just out to get him, you know, but you know, for that cloud, the things people will do, you know, you never know what could be happening up in there. But luckily, you don't have to have that part, and I don't want to see no one in jail if they don't have to be. And if there's another way to teach the lesson, then go ahead with it. But this was just a part of it, you know. So we'll see how this goes. I'm sure they'll keep us plenty updated with him in the time that he's in. But like I said, most likely he's going to do about 2 months. 2.5, you know, who knows? We might look up in a month, they sending him home. You never know, and give him house arrest, and he'll rent a place for a couple of months out here in Chicago, well, out in Chicago, and that's how he'll do it. But you never know. We'll see. But we definitely will revisit this story because it will open up again. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when I'm dropping a video, when I am going live, or even when I'm putting a little short up just to make you laugh or to show off food. I love it. Have a good one. Love you.